Hi there. Let's take a look at Leadbelly's original arrangement of Bring Me Little Water, Silvy. This is based on the earliest recording I could find from 1935. I'm not totally sure what key he played it in. For my vocal range and trying to include as many vocal ranges out there with all of you, I'm going to play it today in the key of A, and we're just going to go back and forth between A and E7. Let me play the first part of it for you, and then I'll break it down here. Bring me little water, Silvy. Bring me little water now. Bring me little water, Silvy. Every little once in a while. I mean it, every little once in a while. That's our verse, and it just repeats over and over and over again with different lyrics. So, you may have noticed, you can think of it as 4 short lines or 2 long ones. I think of it as 2. I've got 3 bars of A to start with. Bring me little water, Silvy. Bring me little water now. That first long phrase ends on the E7 chord. I like to call that the musical question, right? Starting on that root chord, and then when we get to the last lyric of the line, now we switch over to the E7. Second phrase, we go back to A. Bring me little water, Silvy. Starts the same as the first line did, but now we're going to move that E7 chord up to the 3rd measure so we can resolve back to A, right? A lot of times in music, that first phrase ends on an unresolved chord, that musical question, and then it comes back in the second line, but it's not the last one. We kind of smush it in there in between so we can get back to the original root chord there, and that's what's happening here. All right, let's just try the chords and the lyrics together. Then we'll add the strum in. So just a single strum per chord. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Here we go. Bring me little water, Silvy. Bring me little water now. Bring me little water, Silvy. Every little once in a while. I mean it. Every little once in a while. He brings in that little tag, we would probably call it, right? Where you repeat the last little bit of that progression. So we'll go back to the E7 and then resolve back to A again. We'll do that at the end of each verse. All right, when we add the strum pattern in, this is pretty upbeat. He plays it with kind of a fast swing strum. Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. But what I hear more in that is the emphasis on the backbeat. And so I'm going to encourage you today just to try your thumb strum. If you want to do it with a swing strum and give it a try, you go right ahead. But I think it's going to feel most accessible today with a thumb strum. So I'm doing my thumb on this is a low G. You can do it on high G as well. And then I'm going to strum with the rest of my fingers. Now you can do everything with your thumb if you want, or your thumb and your index, or your thumb and all of your fingers. I sort of frail them out a little bit. But each element is a beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. If you need some extra practice, I'll include a link below so you can work just on this pattern. But if we lay this back on the chord progression, it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, E7, now 4. Next line, 1, 2, here's E7. Back to A and the tag E7. Back to A. Bring me little water, Silvy. Bring me little water now. Bring me little water, Silvy. Every little once in a while. I mean it. Every little once in a while. Try it with me. Bring me little water, Silvy. Bring me little water now. Bring me little water, Silvy. Every little once in a while. I mean it. Every little once in a while. All right. Sit with that for a little bit, see how that feels. If the thumb strum, I know it can be really disorienting, especially if you're so used to giving that nice strong down strum on the first beat. What I would recommend you do in that case is just play the thumb. Bring me little water, Silvy. Bring me little water now. Bring me little water, Silvy. Every little once in a while. So you really get used to feeling that downbeat in your thumb. And then the frail, or just whatever the strum is afterwards, it's, the backbeat is, we do want to give it a little bit more oomph, right? Obviously, we're giving it more oomph by strumming with all of our fingers, but feel free to keep it light at first if you need. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Bring me little water, Silvy. Bring me little water now. Bring me little water, Silvy. Every little once in a while. All right, see how you do with that? Feel free to come on back, practice with me again, but make sure you're practicing it on your own as well, just so you can really get to know the song from the inside out, as I like to say. Get it in your ears and in your fingers. Enjoy, and then you can join me next for the play along. Hi there, let's play along to Leadbelly's arrangement of Bring Me Little Water, Silvy. If you haven't looked at the tutorial, make sure you do that, because we're just diving right in. It's the same progression, same melody for all the verses. So let's just go through it once, and then we'll add on the lyrics. I start on A, find my thumb strum. We start on A, 2, 3, E7 on 4, back to A, 4, 2, E7, back to A. Here we go. Bring me little water, Silvy. Bring me little water now. Bring me little water, Silvy. Every little once in a while. I mean it, every little once in a while. Don't you hear me calling? Don't you hear me now? Don't you hear me calling? Every little once in a while. I mean it, every little once in a while. Don't you see me coming? Don't you see me now? Don't you see me coming? Every little once in a while. I mean it, every little once in a while. You better bring me little water, Silvy. Bring me little water now. Bring me little water, Silvy. Every little once in a while. I mean it, every little once in a while. Once more. Bring me little water, Silvy. Bring me little water now. Bring me little water, Silvy. Every little once in a while. I mean it, every little once in a while. All right, short and sweet. Feel free to come on back, play with me anytime you need. If I was going a little fast, I know that thumb strum can be a challenge. Feel free to slow it down through the playback speed. That's the settings wheel. Playback speed back to 0.75 usually slows it down enough, or even more, you can do 0.5. Make sure you're playing through it on your own as well. See how much you can work through on your own, and enjoy your practice. It's a fun one.